Hello, all you freaks out there, and welcome to the Have Yourself a Freaky Little Christmas special here on the Freakin Awesome Paranormal Show. I'd like to wish everybody a very happy National Hard Candy Day, which, believe it or not, was my nickname in high school. Thank you very much. You call me Hard Candy Jones. And it is, of course, National Emo Day. So if you like wearing dark things, putting dark eyeliner on, writing poetry, hitting your parents, this is your day. So very happy National Emo Day to everyone, and happy National Hard Candy Day. Enjoy sucking on it. Have a great day. So tonight is going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of special guests. But first, I want to give a special paranormal shout out to my friend Ashley Morgan. She is going through a lot of health issues right now, and she's been dealing with these health issues like all her life. And she's a very strong woman. She has been going through a lot of stuff, and it's just she needs our prayers desperately. So I was going to do a different paranormal shout out, but tonight I'm just want to send all our healing energy, all our prayers to Ashley, and let's hope she makes a recovery, and hopefully she lives a long life. And she needs all, like she needs all the positive healing prayers she can get. So definitely, when you get it, say a prayer tonight, just say one for her as well. So we have a lot of people on here tonight, a lot of guests. So I'm going to go ahead and just start shouting them out right now. From Divinations by Dana, we've got Dana Marie Volmer. Woohoo! Welcome.
Hello. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Blessed Yule, Happy Hanukkah, all that good stuff. Happy Hard Candy Day, and
thank you.
Happy Emo Day.
Thank you. Fine, whatever. And from Pongo Paranormal, we've got Heaven Benoit. Hello, welcome.
Happy holidays.
From Spirited Investigators Paranormal, we've got CJ. What is up?
Hi.
How are you? Merry Christmas.
You too. And for the Hawaiians out there, Mele Kalikimaka.
Mele Kalikimaka and Feliz Navidad for all the Spanish-speaking fans. From Pongo Paranormal, we have Sarah Hall Hayes. Welcome back.
Hey.
Long time no see. I love it. Look at this.
Navidad.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop believing. And from the Orion Effect and FPRI Paranormal, we've got Rhonda Harris Dowdy. And sometime CR Zarn will be joining us tonight. Merry Christmas, guys.
You too.
Merry
all the things.
All the things.
Merry everything.
Merry everything. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Ranahama Kwanzaa. Whatever holiday you celebrate this time of year, enjoy it.
We almost made it to 2024.
Oh my gosh.
Almost.
I mean, 2020 feels like a long time ago because of the COVID thing, but also it feels like yesterday at the same time. It's weird how time works, how like perception of time. Hey, Howie, works.
Especially if you have kids, time flies by.
That is true.
Oh my gosh, it does.
I was talking to my therapist today, and I was talking about like how Thanksgiving. When Thanksgiving came out, I was like, oh, we have all this time in the world until Christmas gets here, because it was like middle of November, and I'm like, all right, well, it's like a month and a half until Christmas is here. I swear it feels like Thanksgiving was yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does.
Mm-hmm. I swear my perception of time has been warped since 2020. Like now I don't, time is an illusion, and today is yesterday and also next year. Like it
does, I think 2020 just everything just ran into each other. It was just one long week,
Yeah, it was.
The longest week. Yeah.
Yeah.
The longest week of my life was 2020. I'm guessing CR is going to come on. I sent him the link. Hopefully he can get on here. If not, he'll send me a message or whatever. So we need to talk about some weird holiday stuff and do some holiday would you rathers, which are always fun to do.
That's fun.
But first, let's talk about like what does Christmas mean to you? I'm going to start with Dana, and they go, Heaven, Rhonda, Sarah, then CJ.
Okay. Well, Christmas, it's a tough one for me to like verbalize because it's a feeling to me. I don't think that it's like an actual word or any like that you could describe, but I guess the best way to put it is like how I feel when I think about like my childhood memories of Christmas, if that makes sense. Like going to see your family and things like that. I don't think it's about the presents or anything. It's more like on the spiritual side, it's more like that reconnecting, the light coming back in and things to that effect, like that the Wiccans would have. And of course, I'm not articulating it perfectly because 5 concussions, but but it's more of just like a feeling. There's a certain thing that in the darkest time when everybody comes together, because it's the darkest time of year, and we're just there for one another. You have all these family gatherings, you have the great food, you can celebrate. So to me, it's more of that feeling than anything else.
Yeah, I agree with you on that because I mean, I think a lot of people they look at Christmas as just, well, we got to get the presents, we have to do all this stuff, and they forget to remember what it's about in the long run.
Like, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
My mom adopted 4 of my family members in a kinship situation. So for my adopted younger siblings, the one's 8. And to look at the holidays through his eyes, to me, is what it's all about. It's about that feeling, that wonder, like magic. We tell him it's Christmas magic.
No.
And that's how we always relate it because especially with me being there and my beliefs being so different from theirs, we kind of incorporate the magic that I sometimes will do with them and Christmas together. So Christmas magic.
Oh, that's sweet.
That is.
The world needs more Christmas magic.
It does.
I agree.
Yes. All the Christmas magic.
How about you, Heaven?
I agree. It's definitely a feeling more of like sometimes you have like the joyous side of it. Then you also have like, the emotional and sadness. You missed your loved ones, stuff like that. But I always feel like it's mainly about the kids and stuff and just the experience. Like she said, childhood memories kind of as adults, it's not the same for us. So we kind of cling on to the childhood memories just to kind of, help us get through. And then, I feel like it's always, about the kids and trying to make them enjoy the holidays and spending time with family and enjoying your break together if you get one and stuff like that.
Yeah. What about you, Rhonda?
I mean, I have to say I kind of agree with both of these ladies, but I think it's really just about it's a feeling, but it's like all of the emotions. Especially as an adult, I think it's the feelings. You still can get those feelings of wonder and relaxation and being around your friends and family, and that all feels good. And then the somber parts where you miss people that aren't around anymore, and that maybe hits you a little bit harder. I feel like this time of year I'm just more in my feelings all together. From like it's a lot of highs and it's a lot of lows, so it's kind of all over the place. This year I'm just trying to look at all of the really look at just all of the positive things. Like I'm looking forward to time with friends and family. I'm also looking forward to, as an adult, I actually get some vacation time. So I'm looking forward to doing things like I did as a kid, where you stay up as late as you want to, watching TV, reading books, doing all the things and sleeping in, not adulting in the fullest of fashion. But I think for me, I get where it can be so overwhelming for people because it's a lot of highs and lows all at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Sarah.
I agree with Rhonda. It's very much lots of highs and some lows. Um, Stressing about presents, buying so many gifts. Um, my wife's family is huge, so we have lots of different parties that we have to go to during the holiday seasons, and so that's real stressful that I don't have a weekend to myself. But I do love spending time with the family, and that's something that I look forward to during Christmas. That I know that I get to spend time with my family. Um, and then missing the ones who have passed, not having them here, like the traditions that we had. Uh, you got to kind of make new ones now that they're no longer here, and that kind of it it's sad having to make new ones. Um, but to me, for the most part, it's being with family.
I agree with you there as far as like, you're reminded of the people you've lost through the years more on this during this time of year. Um, so it's kind of a bittersweet type of thing where it's like you're very happy, but you're sad because the people who helped make Christmas what it was in your childhood may not be here anymore. And
Yeah.
sometimes you almost feel like you get to this time of year, you feel like you should be feeling a certain way. And sometimes you just don't. And you feel bad about that. Just like, why am I not feeling merry? I feel like I should just, if I don't feel a certain way, it's not really Christmas.
Yeah.
And you're trying to feel the way you did when you were a kid, but just not going to happen.
Yeah.
You just got to look at it from a different perspective, How about you, Sajay?
So basically for me, we've had kind of a curse in our family where people die in January. So I had to learn pretty young that everything is Christmas. When you have these family members that are around, I have a very large family on my mom's side, and we used to all spend Christmas together. And then we started losing family members. And for some reason, they all started dying in January. So I learned pretty quick that when they're there for Christmas, spend as much time with them as you possibly can. And it's just all about having those family moments because, you're going to look back on it and say, oh my God, wasn't that so much fun? Like our uncle was around filming all of us, opening our Christmas presents, and our grandfather sitting there reading us the night before Christmas story. And, it became a tradition in the family. And then I remember one of my favorite things was I was working one year and I was just about to go home, and it was the very last year that we had with my uncle before he passed. And I was working, and I remember everybody was rushing around trying to get stuff done, get it all done, get the presents purchased. And I just stopped for a second, and it was like I felt something different in the air, and it was like, oh, okay, that's what Christmas feels like. There was kind of this magic energy around me, and I don't know why, but it suddenly overcame me, and it was so peaceful. And I was like, oh wow, okay, well, that's really awesome actually. And I loved that feeling because I was like, how is nobody else feeling this? Like they're not stopping for a minute to feel it. They're not stopping for a minute to remember what Christmas felt like. And it was just this magic energy in the air that you're just in awe of it. And I was like, I wish everybody would just stop, slow down, feel this for a minute. This is really cool.
Right.
So, and now I have all of these nieces and nephews, and I cannot wait for them to sit down and open their Christmas presents and, see the look on their faces like, wow, that's so cool. And, stuff like that. So that's what's exciting. And this year I've had a little plus side. I feel like a little kid, but I belong to a small business group here in town, and we have our own Santa Claus.
Aww.
And He's fantastic. I love the guy so much. He is just amazing. He's like if there was the real deal, that's him. He's it for me. I'm like, he's Santa, and so he friended me on Facebook, and there's just something that brings just this like childlike feeling when you turn on your Facebook and it says, Santa liked my post, or Santa liked my comment. It's like, oh my God, I love this so much right now. And I got pictures with him and got to give him a hug the last time I saw him, and I just felt like a little kid all over again. I'm just like, I have a Santa Claus. I love it. There's pictures on my Facebook of me hugging him, and he caused me to burst into giggles. When he gets a picture with you, he takes out this little flip sign that says naughty and nice on each side. And when I was standing there with him, I didn't notice that he had this in his hand. Well, I felt his arm move, and I was like, what are you doing? And I looked over, and he flipped the sign over to naughty. I was like, oh, I'm not on the naughty list. And then they took the picture. And just like, this picture like,
You're getting cold this year.
But yeah, it's kind of great. I feel like a little kid all over again. So hopefully I'll get to see him in a couple of weeks here. But he stops in where I go and pick up my
Sunday night when he comes to your house to deliver presents. Because
right,
yeah.
Yep.
He said at our business meeting, this is our busy time of year. We're getting ready for our busiest time of the year. And I about lost it and just giggling. It was so great. And I was like, he's Santa Claus. He really is.
Yeah. I was thinking about what you said about the feeling of Christmas.
Yeah.
Just it's something. It's like you're with what Dana was saying earlier. It's intangible. You can't really explain it.
Right. It's like this energy that comes over you, and you're just like, oh, I had to catch my breath for a second there. That was really cool. Just this magical feeling of like, okay, well, that's what Christmas feels like. I remember that.
There's a big difference between December 15th when everything's up and everything's all, the lights and everything are up, and January 15th.
Yes. Right.
There was I saw this meme. I always share it. It comes in January. It's like there's a Christmas tree, right? It's all decorated, and then animals are all singing, having a good time. It says December 25th, and then January 25th, all of the leaves, all the pine needles are off the tree. It's all barren. The snowman's all shivering like this. It's all depressing, because it's like. When I was little, like the day after Christmas, it might as well have been a funeral because I was so sad.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, Christmas is over, and it's just like the worst day ever.
It's like when you first take all your Christmas decorations down in your house, and all of a sudden your house is so empty.
Yeah.
It's like, how do I survive without all the lights and the prettiness and brightness? So I see why people keep them up all year.
I do. I put them up right the day after Thanksgiving, and then I take them down when spring comes.
I'm actually considering, my mom has these lights that are like LED lights for outside, and they're controlled so you can change the color. So she's putting them up all year round, because then they're like that black or purple for Halloween. You can make them
neat
red, and I'm like, I need those because they come up once.
Hey, Kristen.
All year round. Always have happy lights. Don't have to worry about it. And I'm considering just leaving the tree up and making it like a Valentine's Day tree.
Right.
That's what my friend does.
Yeah, we keep our tree up all year.
Well,
says you can't.
I decorated mine like peacock designs one year.
Your cat would love that tree up all year long.
That's Stella. She's the newest addition. She's 5 months old. This is her first Christmas, and she is a hot mess. She is so
looks like a spaz cat.
My other cat is about 3, and he never climbed the tree. She taught him how to climb the tree.
No.
Little shit.
Yeah.
Little shit.
It's just chaos. If you could see what was going on outside of the view of the camera here, it is chaos.
We have like a cat show. Just put
They're
a live feed on the cats.
chasing each other, fighting, doing kung fu flips, and
lunging at the tree from like 6 feet away.
it's insanity.
I've actually seen that before, but outdoors. My best friend growing up, one of the last times I was out at their lake place, their two cats were going at it, and they were jumping out at each other from other trees and doing like these ninja flips and, you know, crouching tiger, hidden dragon type stuff. And I was like, wow, okay.
I really quickly wanted to go back to Christmas because I wanted to comment on something that CJ had said about like how Christmas is different once you start losing loved ones too.
Yeah.
I really think that also puts like that Christmas magic in the perspective when you start to take it for granted and it's just the same thing year in and year out. Yep. When you start to have those losses, because unfortunately, personally, I'm not growing up. I'm going to stay 27 forever. I never got a year older than that. But as time goes by and you start to lose people, you either get so lost in the grief on the holidays or you start to become more appreciative of the magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say that, well, and Sarah will probably get this too, because you said your wife has a big family.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's one of 7, my dad's one of 8.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
So holidays for me were smile for the camera. My camera face is on point. And but on my mom's side, we had a lot of losses stemming in a very short amount of time. So like her side of the family went from like huge to now there's only 3.
Oh my gosh.
And then my stepdad, her husband, passed away last year. And I had other deaths in between, like my dad's side, my husband. But that made me appreciate the holidays so much more and that magic of having everybody there and the laughter. Mm-hmm. Because when you start to lose them and you realize that you took that for granted, mm-hmm. their memory makes it magical, but then you want to make it more magical.
Yeah.
You want to hold on to that.
That's what my mom did too. She lost her mom when she was a teenager, but she kept her mom's traditions. Like her mom would buy them a new pair of pajamas every year.
Oh my God, Christmas pajamas. We do that.
Yeah, that's what we did too.
Her mom
tried doing that.
Her mom did that, so she kept the tradition around. And yeah, she's like, my mom loved Christmas, and she did these things, and I'm gonna do the same things. And you know, and you wish that, you know, she was there with you, even though I never got to know her because she died when my mom was a teenager. But, you know, it's like, you know, that you miss that person. Like if they were here, you know, and then when I was a teenager, I lost her dad, my grandfather. Mm-hmm. And then my dad's dad passed away April 3 years ago, you know, so just thinking, you know, I remember the things that we did when they were here. We just, you know, we'll talk about that all the time. Like he would always give us, you know, cash, or he would buy us something special as a Christmas present. And there were certain foods that, you know, him and his sisters and his brother all lived together on the farm. And so they would bake and come over, and we would open Christmas presents and watch Christmas movies together and play cards at the kitchen table. And, you know, so I wish they were still here, but that's what I remember every year was we would go to my mom's side, then we'd go to my dad's side, and everybody spent Christmas all together. Yep.
Christmas.
Decorate their tree on Christmas Eve growing up, or was that just like
it was always way before, like a week?
Well, we do ours on Thanksgiving.
A week before Christmas.
We did ours on Thanksgiving.
But like or anything?
We used to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do ours like 2 weeks after Thanksgiving.
Because growing up, we did 2 trees. We did my grandma, my grandpa's tree, and then we would do mine on Christmas Eve. And I talked to so many people, and they're like, "You wait till Christmas Eve to decorate your tree?"
Yeah,
that is a little.
I was like 18.
Cutting it close.
No, Mom puts her Christmas tree up right after Thanksgiving. And then one of the things that I used to do was late at night when everybody else would go to bed, I would turn off the TV, turn off the living room lights, and flip on the Christmas tree lights. And I would lay underneath the tree.
Yes.
And I would just be peaceful, just laying there underneath the Christmas tree, you know, and it was just so pretty because it would just light up the room. It just sparkled across the room. Like, I love this.
Memories of that real Christmas.
That's still one of my favorites, though, to like lay in the room with just the Christmas tree on and watch movies. Like, it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's relaxing.
Yeah.
It's like having a fire in the fireplace.
Yeah.
And then I brought something with me here. This was the very last Christmas gift that my grandfather gave me.
Aww.
My kitty.
She's cute.
Cute.
So we have got we got 50, which I don't know if we'll go through all of them, but you got 50 funny would you rathers.
Okay.
Holiday Christmas would you rathers here, guys. So let's see. First,
round one.
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding.
Exactly. First, would you rather chug a gallon of eggnog in 15 seconds or eat 300 sugar cookies in 15 minutes?
300 sugar cookies.
Sugar
cookies. Yeah.
I would go with the eggnog.
I'll go with the eggnog.
As long as it's Jack Daniel's vanilla bread, I'm good.
Eggnog is if it was a lactose-free one.
Yeah. This is the thing. We need details because I could totally do eggnog with alcohol in it. When it comes to alcoholic beverages, I don't know how to have a full one in my hand. So
300 sugar cookies is a lot.
They have Jack Daniel's brand eggnog. It's not no liquor in it.
Oh,
that's just
it's good. It's vanilla flavored. It's good. I swear by it. I never liked eggnog, and then Josh made me try it. It's good.
You know, you said
I like the spiced one.
You said sugar cookies, and Wilford Brimley popped in my head when you said 300 sugar cookies.
Your diabetes there.
Diabetes.
300 sugar cookies. If they were the small, like the Pillsbury ones with the Santa Claus face on them,
yeah, how big are the sugar cookies? That's the other thing.
That's true.
Yeah, is it a big one?
I mean,
like the ones with the icing on them, or like just like this?
They don't go. Unfortunately, they don't go into. I'm going to assume it's go for Pillsbury.
Okay.
Sugar cookies. All right, and eggnog with alcohol. Southern Comfort.
All right.
Okay, if it's alcohol, then
eggnog.
I will take eggnog.
If it's alcohol, then eggnog. But just to throw it out there, this girl's chubby, and the 300 cookies wouldn't stand a chance either. But I'm going with eggnog.
Girl, I was about to say that. I could crush 300 cookies.
So eggnog with alcohol wins. Eggnog without alcohol, sugar cookies, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Those sugar cookies are good raw.
They are.
Girl.
Without the dairy, I'll join you.
How much dough or cookie dough would we take to see? Well, no, that's salmonella. I can't even go there because I can eat cookies all day.
Well, depending on who makes the eggnog, it could be salmonella too, because technically it has a bunch of raw eggs in it.
As long as it's made with pasteurized eggs, you're okay.
Okay. All right, because I'm sitting here. You know what? It really doesn't matter. My stomach hates me no matter what, so I'm going to be. You're
going to be feeling rough either way after you know.
Yeah.
Do all that.
After eggnog, I won't care how rough I feel.
Exactly.
My daughter loves eggnog because she calls it melted ice cream.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she calls
Angie
it melted ice cream.
was in here. She's not a big fan of eggnog. But she may be a big fan of eggnog with alcohol in it, maybe. No. So here's Angie, real quick. Would you rather chug a gallon of eggnog in 15 seconds or eat 300 sugar cookies in 15 minutes?
Oh, you said it was a gallon.
Are the sugar cookies cooked? Because I could
they would be
raw sugar cookies.
Yeah, just assume they're cooked.
I don't think I could. I think I'd rather do the sugar cookies than the eggnog.
Yeah. You don't even like eggnog. I wonder if you could do like a beer bong.
Cookies either, unless they're raw.
Friggin' beer bong your eggnog. Sign me
up.
I want egg heavy on the nog.
My brain's going all over the place here. Because have you ever like seen the people do the milk challenge where they try to chug the gallon of milk and it's like
They
impossible?
always end up puking.
Yeah.
Ew.
I'm curious. But
Dairy puke is the worst.
yeah. But let's think too, because if we substitute the Southern Comfort for like a vanilla whiskey or a vanilla bourbon,
Oh
and
my God, that would be so
amazing.
yummy.
That does sound good.
God.
I think you probably decide what you want, how you want to drink it, or what you put in it. As long as it's eggnog or if it's cooked or not, as long as it's sugar cookies, I mean, it's up to you. That's
Right.
With some spiked whipped
dealer's
cream
choice.
on top. Oh. Mm-hmm.
My mom
Let's see.
I
eggnog
still
with like
think
7 different
if
liquors.
I'm gonna be hurting, I gotta be drunk afterwards. I gotta get something out.
Other than a tummy ache.
All of us just in the hospital with alcohol poisoning.
Christmas to remember.
Here's a good one. Would you rather never eat candy again or never play in the snow again?
Never play in the snow again.
Never play in the
Hands
snow
down.
again.
Never play.
Yeah.
I can't do
Yeah.
Play in
that
the
sugar.
snow again. Because I don't really play in the snow anymore anyways.
Yeah.
Kind of
There's no, never snows here, so.
Getting down is the easy part. Getting back up, I can't do.
I'm staring myself in the face with a made gingerbread house from the other night, so I'm gonna have to eat the candy.
I don't eat a lot of candy, but I kind of miss the snow. I'm stuck in between.
Heaven said,
It's
I'll give up candy for snow.
But no matter
Stay
where
away
you
from the yellow snow, whatever you do.
yeah, like, but
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Story time. So it snowed
gosh.
over here.
What did your dog pee on?
No, listen. It snowed over here like last week. And so I'm at the bus stop with Isabella and I looking back at me and this kindergartner picks up a chunk of like frozen snow that's on the ground. And I know for a fact that a dog just came through.
Ew.
And so she just starts eating the snow. And like
Oh
her
my
dad is just
God.
watching her. And I'm like, oh my,
Gross.
do I speak up? Do I tell the dad not to let his daughter do this? And then I
my
can
God.
hear my wife in my head just saying, mind your business, sip your tea and mind your business. And I'm like, God, it was so gross. I could not watch her.
Well, see, that's an unfortunate life lesson that little one's going to have to learn, and they're only going to do that once.
Yeah, exactly. You touch that hot paint, I could do it again.
When I was
eat the yellow snow cone, or
my grandparents, when I was a kid, my grandparents used to make what they called snow ice cream, and we literally made ice cream out of the snow and added like vanilla extract and stuff. And as I got older, I'm like, ew, that's so gross. And then my grandma would even freeze it and eat it throughout the year.
Oh my God.
Sarah, can you imagine her being out here like us picking snow off the car and stuff? Like, gross.
wait a minute. So that goes back to like, you know, how they say about the generation that drank from the hose. Like,
Yeah.
that was me, and we didn't think anything of it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
All you
We
cared
didn't
about-
consider how
every
gross
5
that
minutes.
hose probably was that we were drinking out of.
like we didn't think about how gross it was or how many bugs and spiders crawled up there and how much dirt. You're just worried about, is it going to be squirting hot water
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or cold water.
or cool water?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it's hot,
That's all
I
you
don't want it.
Yeah.
But
No.
here's the thing: is with the hose, we didn't have another option because if we went back into the house to get something to drink, we got yelled at.
I was locked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Or we couldn't go back
Take your
out.
shoes off.
Or we
Right.
couldn't go back out. Once you came in,
Yeah.
you weren't going back out.
I was locked
Nope.
out till the street lights came on.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they weren't paying the air condition the whole street.
Yeah. Oh boy, did I ever hear that phrase a lot.
This is bringing back.
What are
You come
born
in or
barn?
out.
I have
Yup.
PTSD from like just being locked in my house.
And I think out of spite now, I will legit, like, if it's too hot in here in the winter, I'll crack a window rather than adjust the heat. And I really think that's out of spite from my childhood.
Mhm.
I had to use the bathroom on the side of the house because I was locked out of the house.
You got to do what you got to do.
There.
Nature calls. You got to answer it.
I was like 10 years old, just like, I gotta go potty. And mom was like, too bad. And I'm like,
Go to a
okay.
friend's house.
Time to water the grass.
That's what my nephew used to do when he was little. He just wherever, because they visited their, my parents, his grandparents out on the farm, and if my dad was out in the yard, it's like, well, Grandpa does it. Doesn't mean you should.
Oh, my son does it
right next to my apartment building while we were, while he was waiting for me to come out to the car. I'm just like, no.
God, my son will do it like right in the middle of like a party outside.
Yep.
Like he will just like whip it out in front of anybody and just you will not care. What?
That's how Bryson is, yeah.
Anyway.
It's I let them do it one time, and then all of a sudden they like, why do I gotta go inside?
Yeah.
Boys. God,
Well, I grew up on a
sometimes I just
farm,
envy that.
and growing up on a farm, if you're out working the animals out in the barn or whatever, you just tuck into a stall But it was like I did that once at my grandma's after being at the farm, and she's like, we're in the city, right? This isn't a barn, right? Okay.
So Angie just told me that there was a 10-year-old who got arrested for peeing on the side of the road in Minnesota.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
Minnesota schools.
God.
One of
He
those.
actually went to jail.
Sounds about
She
right.
actually went to jail. It might
Oh
not
my
have been
God.
Minnesota.
Wait a minute. So like,
Google
do
it.
those cops really have nothing to do?
Right?
Evidently.
Depending on the city, there's different ordinances.
I was gonna say, I mean, granted, I grew up in Philly, and if we do any research, Philly's got the best crime rate right now.
Yeah, Mississippi, not Minnesota.
So
Mississippi.
Oh, I can see that happening in Mississippi.
yeah, in Philly, it does like I live a few miles like out in the suburbs now, but like if that were to happen there, they would just drive by like that's business as usual. I used to see that driving to work.
God, Philadelphia is like.
I got
homeless population is
traumatized driving
so
to my
bad.
job because
Yeah.
I mean, Kensington Ave's all over YouTube. Like, look it up. I'm not even getting into it.
Right. Seen it.
Trauma.
Mhm.
So the cops around here, and even like where I'm at, it's like a really small town. It's only like 2 miles long, and they've got better things to do.
Yeah.
Oh my
Apparently,
God.
well,
That's
apparently
like North
there's nothing
Minnesota.
going on in Mississippi.
Pretty sure there's
They're going on arresting kids for peeing.
Right.
So,
But that's like Morris, Minnesota. You just play how many people are outside when you drive past it.
Yeah.
yeah.
The number is usually 0 to 1.
Or 2 if there's a dog.
Right.
So, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Oh,
I always
Jingle
like
all the way.
Story.
I can tell you what my favorite Halloween ones
Okay.
are. I don't know about Christmas.
I
though.
don't have a top
Oh.
favorite, so I would have to say A Christmas Story because that's huge in my family.
Same.
I love A Nightmare Before Christmas because it takes my favorite time of year at Christmas and puts it together. And Die Hard because Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Not-
is.
Bad Santa.
Oh my God!
It's not Christmas until we see Hans Gruber fall from the Nakatomi Towers.
Yeah. And do you see they have ornaments now with John McClane? Like
Yeah.
you look into it and he's climbing through the.
So
I
did
have
Ryan
never, ever seen that movie.
Oh
Do
my
what?
God! Die Hard and Die Hard 2 are Christmas movies. I
Mhm.
promise
Yes.
you.
Never
Are
seen
you
them.
the only one with your regular name? We all got elf names but you.
I just
Well, I
saw
got,
that. Eggnog lover?
Is that what you're doing, Ryan?
Yes. You guys have not really seen that.
Like, I wonder if Ryan's
got
waiting to
hard
see how long it
candy.
takes us.
Oh, I've noticed.
Yeah, I wasn't even
Well, I was just
looking.
waiting.
I wasn't even
Crumpets?
looking at the name thingy. So
CR, did
I
you
just
do that?
noticed.
Oh, I set mine.
CR
before
came in as
you.
Krampus.
Yep.
I forgot
Why
to ask CR what
We have
Christmas
more
means to
Krampus.
him.
Like Krampus is
Christmas-
making this big insurgence, but like I feel like we need to embrace him more because something about throwing bad people in a sack and boiling them just really makes me happy.
That's really
Well,
bring out the
see,
Christmas spirit there.
It fits me because I grew up in Washington State, and out there we have the telling of the Snaniet. And the Snaniat was an old lady that lived up in the mountains. And if you didn't follow your parents' directions, or you were giving them a hard time, or you were being bad, she would come out of the mountain at night, come down to your house, throw you in her sack, and go back up into the mountains into her lair with you.
So basically,
We need more
Krampus, but
superstitions like that to help keep
woman's
kids in
version.
line.
Well, it was kind of like a Krampus, but she would come out any time of year.
Oh Jesus!
Mhm.
Yep.
And
So
that
she
was-
was the nasty old granny that you would tell your kids about to keep them in line and not
Yep.
staying out after dark.
The
And
witch of the woods.
that actually came out of the natives from that area.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The Nez
Probably a
Perce
Wendigo.
Nez Perce and the sheep eaters.
It
So it
sounds
was
like
probably a
weird,
Wendigo that
it
they
sounds
were
like a
talking
weird
about.
band.
I know, I was like,
Sheep eaters.
what band is that?
That's right.
First sounds rockabilly.
Right?
I feel like that's the other thing too, like with the internet and stuff now, we don't have those like great fairy tales and folklore of the areas that just kind of help keep you in line and teach you about the dangers of the world. I mean, how many, like, just like CR was saying, that's a story to keep children safe, to keep them inside at night when there was like bad people or animals that might attack. We tell these kids these stories now, and like, unless they can find it on Google, they're like, yeah, whatever.
Like, whatever.
You're such a liar, mommy. There's no such thing as a lying snake. What are you talking about? I said Isabella was going to get eaten by a snake. It's called the lying snake if she kept on lying. She doesn't really lie. She just told one fib. But I was like, you better not do it again, because the lying snake is going to come get you. And she never lied again until like she told me the other day. She was like, Mommy, there's no such thing as the lying snake. You lied to me.
We have the elves on the shelf deal,
Mhm.
and it is a godsend, because whenever RJ starts acting up, I'm like, you don't make him. Let me go talk to the elves, and he will stop whatever he's doing. You can go talk to the elf, because I will.
Yeah.
Whenever he's like, no, don't do that.
Like our parents used to tell us, don't make me call Santa. I'm not.
Yeah,
no,
Santa
you
Claus is
call
watching.
Santa.
God, I have Santa Claus
Santa's
on
watching.
speed dial.
Right.
Oof.
All year. I pull
All
that
year.
out. I don't care if it's July.
Same, yeah.
You call
You
Santa
just
Claus.
tell them that's part of the adult's job. We have Santa on our phones. Like she said, I have Santa on speed dial. If the kids get out of line, you just say, I'm going to call Santa.
Right on the
That's
time
what
of
adults
year.
do. I mean, we know Santa. This is just what we do.
I'll call the
Our
Easter
Santa
Bunny,
Claus watching.
or I'll call Santa Claus. After
Right.
like from Christmas to Easter, it's Easter Bunny, and then
There's
from
something really creepy about a giant rabbit.
well, we'll
I
get into
never
that
liked
when we
No,
get
that's
closer
creepy.
to
Rabbit
springtime.
Eggs, it's like wholesome.
Yeah, exactly.
It scares Isabella. Isabella's like, I don't mess with it. I don't want it.
Why is that a thing? I don't understand why it's like. I don't go
Like,
off
it
on a
lays
tangent here,
eggs?
but
So there's
like,
so
and
much
we're accepting it.
symbolism of that, actually, like, because when you think about that, I can't pronounce words tonight.
Words is hard. That's okay.
It's like Daniel's eggnog.
Yeah, I told
Maybe you already have gotten into the eggnog, huh?
Leave some for us.
With you figure rabbits are like a sign of fertility, and eggs are
Right.
a symbol of birth and rebirth. So those symbolisms were actually taken from the pagan community and converted into the Christian community
Mhm.
when adapting Easter to God, I can't pronounce it. I am making myself look like a bad witch right now. But like, so basically it was just kind of like how they did everything else, like how they moved Jesus's birth from the spring to Yule and all of that. That's where symbology came from. Now, why they decided that the egg needed to poop the eggs is beyond me, and that's got to be some type of commercialism there.
But as kids, we were perfectly fine. Didn't even think about a giant bunny coming into our house and leaving baskets. It seemed completely natural. Like the grass is green, the sky is blue. A giant Easter bunny is going to come, put a basket in our house and leave plastic eggs. It wasn't even like, why does it even happen? Yeah. So I don't know. It's just weird. It's not the.
I feel like our generation, we were just talking about this the other day. Our generation, Generation X, we were, I think, a little more on the feral side, and we didn't really ask questions about why there was this giant rabbit. But now, if you tell kids that there's a giant rabbit that's going to come into the house and leave them stuff, they'll probably scream.
Yeah. Have you guys seen pictures of like 1950s Easter bunnies?
Yes.
Bro,
oh my God. Scarred for life much?
Yeah, right.
I was just like, Mom, how the fuck did you do this back in the day? Like, how were you coherent during this whole experience?
And then what about the 1800s, 1920s, and all that, like Halloween costumes and stuff?
Oh God, I was for that. Their costumes look so cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where our parents and grandparents got the strength to tell us that if we don't stop crying, they'll find something to make us cry about. Because they already had to deal with that crap and we didn't.
Well,
and they were already traumatized.
It's funny because if you look at,
you want to be scared? Look at this.
if you look at the Halloween costumes that we had back in the day,
oh my God!
I looked at the generational riff on Halloween costumes.
Yeah,
those stupid plastic masks with the string behind them that if you accidentally pulled it too tight and snap yourself with it.
It's all 80s plastic masks and chintzy, pull over things.
Yeah.
Now, you want to know what's terrible? My mom is like a really good seamstress, and she handmade all of my costumes, and they were gorgeous. Like, I was a porcelain doll one year. I was a pretty witch one year. And like,
you're lucky.
I had all these awesome costumes. But as a kid, I wanted that terrifying plastic mask because that's what
what was it?
No. Scary plastic mask. And now, the other day, I'm in a consignment store, and they have one of them like in the collector's editions of this one little booth in there. And I'm like, what the fuck was wrong with me? I want that.
Stephanie down the road had it.
Rite of passage as a child, I suppose. We all had to wear those ugly masks.
During the Halloween party, we used to go around and we'd like grab the elastic band on your buddy's mask, just take it back and let it go.
Oh my God, that was so bad. I could feel that
was
right
not
now.
fun.
Yeah, I think we all have PTSD from that too when we wore those.
Right. I've got another would you rather.
Okay, what are we
Would you rather? Christmas edition.
Would you rather only be able to speak in Christmas song lyrics or only be able to speak in Christmas movie quotes? And we'll start with Dana.
Quotes 100% because I despise Christmas music. I have PTSD from it. You work in retail for 20 years.
Oh, yeah,
tell me that you can listen to Christmas music.
Yep.
I will find a doctor to write you a script because there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
How about you, Heaven?
I agree completely. I'd rather do quotes. I'm not like a huge Christmas music person, and like I work retail, so I have a love-hate relationship with Christmas. So
Rhonda.
I would have to go with quotes just because if we did Christmas lyrics, I would sing them as I said them. So like if my friend said, what do you think about this guy? And I'm like, he sees you when you're sleeping.
Oh my God.
So no, quotes.
Those song lyrics are creepy too. No, I'm sorry. I don't want an old man watching me sleep. That's creepy.
But baby, it's cold outside.
Again, we were perfectly okay with some old guy just knowing exactly what we did
right
all the time. Never asked
he wasn't
questions.
a stalker.
Is that's the way it was, and you don't go against the way it was?
Yeah, it's just the way of the world.
I need no old man telling me I'm naughty, okay?
There's some people that get off on that. I'm just telling you.
Right? People make good money doing that.
How about you, Sarah?
I think I'm going to be the odd man out on here. I love Christmas music. I'm a Christmas music fanatic.
I don't know enough
would sing it
Christmas
all day,
quotes
every day.
to live my
I
life
love
saying
black.
Christmas quotes.
I have a black soul, but when it comes to Christmas
You
music is
definitely
my
had your
jam,
Christmas
man.
up before Thanksgiving, Sarah.
I told you. I told
I
you.
walked into her house and was like, I still have Halloween up, and she had Christmas up before November 5th.
I had my Christmas music on in my car November 1st.
Hey, I still have Christmas decorations and Halloween up at the same time.
You know what? I'm gonna start
So,
doing that. I'm gonna put them
It's
up.
the whole holiday season.
Right.
Starts
We're
in
gonna embrace
Halloween,
the Nightmare Before
goes
Christmas.
all the way through.
Nice.
see, that's my
About-
Christmas pajamas is the Nightmare Before Christmas.
There we go.
Jack Skellington stuff. It's not even funny. Like
I love
I
Nightmare Before Christmas.
for our tree trimming party at my mom's house, I wore Jack Skellington pants, Jack Skellington shirt, and Jack Skellington hoodie.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
I was
Unpopular
Thank you,
opinion, I do
problem.
not like Nightmare Before Christmas.
What?
Yeah, just not my favorite Christmas movie.
All right.
It's not my favorite Christmas movie, but I like it.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not my thing.
It's
Although I
Jim
like the
Hughes.
decorations. I like
how can you not?
Jack Skellington.
My son
Just
is
I don't like
Yeah.
the movie.
The Nightmare
This
just
is
put
weird,
it on
but
mute. That's
yeah,
all
I have
I-
it in the background.
because like my husband doesn't like musicals. I
don't
like
like
musicals.
musicals either.
I grew up in choir and in like theater and stuff.
Yep.
Put it on mute. It's
Yeah.
amazing. You don't have to listen to it. The animation is
Just watch it.
Do you guys like the Jim Carrey Grinch?
I
Yes.
It
love
was
that.
okay.
I love Jim Carrey. Just
I
Yeah,
love
same.
Jerry too.
I think if a human was going to play the Grinch, that he's the only choice because of the way he emotes,
Yeah.
Definitely.
characteristics. I don't think many humans can do the facial contortions. So to me, it was perfect cast.
Nobody's got the physical comedy like he does.
Exactly.
yeah, he's got that down.
Him and
The
Robin
first time I saw it,
Williams,
I
feel
died
like
laughing.
cried.
I thought it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Those are my favorite comedians.
God,
The physical
yes,
ones?
they are. Mhm.
No, that's my favorite Grinch aside from the classic. But like all these new animated ones, I'm like, eh. But
No.
Need to make
Yeah, the
remakes, I
original
believe.
or Jim Carrey.
what's
Yeah.
your favorite Christmas Carol version?
Christmas Carol version.
Yeah, because there's so many versions of a Christmas Carol.
The one with George C. Scott is my favorite one. Came out.
Yeah, the
1980.
original.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are gonna crack up when I tell you my favorite version.
Dun dun dun.
Muppet Carol.
Oh, the Muppet
The
version.
Muppets?
Yes.
Oh, that was a good
my
one too.
Yeah.
God, I love
Like,
that
I
one.
watched the other ones and I appreciate it, but something about a Muppet Christmas Carol coming out when I was a kid, seeing it with my
Right.
family, and the fact that like there was little songs that made it not so like scary.
Mhm.
That is my all-time favorite Christmas
What
Carol.
There's one
Carol
line
is
in that
horrible.
movie where Sam the Eagle says something. It says, "It's the American way," and he goes like, "Shh, it's the British way." Every time I see that, just like you'll love business. It's the American way. It's the British way. I'm like, every time I see it, I just start cracking up laughing for some reason.
And that makes me think of something else. Like seeing those puppets. I don't know if it's like something that's done all over, but growing up in Philly in what used to be the Wanamaker building, that's now Macy's. I think they still do it. They had an actual walkthrough of a Christmas Carol with like telling the story with all like animatronics and stuff acting out the scenes.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty
Like
cool.
different wax figures, and some of them moved and stuff, and like you was literally like walking through like in like London.
Oh wow.
And that's another cool
would be
thing
really
about
cool to
the
do.
holidays is just these small things you can go to in your hometown, the
Mhm.
lights, the thing you walk through with the Christmas Carol, going to look, even looking at the store displays of
Yeah.
little animatronic elves working on, a shoe or a rocking horse or whatever. It's just really small things
Mhm.
compared to, living in the world of CGI, being able to harken back to a day when that stuff didn't exist.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like I remember my mom used to take us out of school one day in December so that it wasn't busy. and take us to walk through A Christmas Carol. And then that same Macy's had a light show several times a day, kind of like right above where the organs are. And because that Macy's been there forever, it's something that you could probably like Google. And it was like this whole big light show of the Nutcracker. And the technology of the lighting isn't like, it's kind of like old fashioned. So it's like several different lights here and like the legs blinking from here to there. But I absolutely like love that. It's one of my favorite Christmas memories. And like, I feel like we need to do more of that. Like there's the drive-through light shows on the farms and all now, but like those small time things that are like they've been around forever. So I don't want to say yesteryear, but like, you know, that brings up that nostalgia. Like, I feel like we need more of that.
Yeah. I used to travel a lot for work. And one of my favorite Christmas times, I think it was like 2010. So it's been a while. I'd been working on a project for a while with a manager, and we happened to have to go to our New York operations. And it was right after Thanksgiving. And we did like the whole thing. We went to Rockefeller Center. We went to Macy's. We went to see the Rockettes. So like that was like Christmas spirit like I'd never seen. Like when you go to the Rockefeller Center tree and you go see the Rockettes and you actually go to the Macy's in New York, it's like nothing I've ever seen in my life at Christmas time. And I've been there when it's not Christmas. It's just a whole nother world.
Right.
Yeah.
They had a in Minneapolis out here back when Dayton's was around. They had a Dayton's, and on one of the floors, that's what they would do in Christmas, is they would deck out that whole floor with like a different Christmas scene every year, and you could go there and walk through it. I never went, but my dad remembers going there. My grandma taking him.
I was in the Nutcracker back when I did ballet. Yeah, I was in the Nutcracker for a long time.
I've got some videos of Rihanna doing the Nutcracker when she was younger.
Aww.
Yeah. So we're getting close to the end. We're getting close to the 10 o'clock hour, and want to give you each a chance to talk about, you know, how people get in touch with you, and also give like a special message for Christmas if you guys have one. Starting with Dana.
Okay. So if anybody wants to get in touch with me, it's Divinations by Dana. That is Facebook and Instagram, as well as divinationsbydana@gmail.com. I do video chats, photograph readings, and all that remotely, as well as I'll go in person. And I also do Reiki healing and things to that effect. And what was the other thing for
Christmas message?
I'll be there in 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes.
I would say like my strongest feeling this year is I just keep getting it's going to be dark. It's always darkest before the dawn. Mm-hmm. So just remember that right now, everything seems so heavy and dark, but I feel like a lot of people, like the world in general, has a lot of stuff that we're going to push through. And just like when you're walking through the woods, you have to get to push through to the middle to get to the other side. And we push through the middle. So we have better things on the horizon.
Mm-hmm. That was beautiful.
Wow. How about you, Heaven?
You can reach me and Sarah at Pongo Paranormal Investigators. I mean, you said your friend's name is Ashley, right? That's having the health issues and stuff?
Yes.
I'll definitely keep her in my thoughts and everything, and hopefully she'll have a better year in 2024. And if people want to contact us or check out our paranormal page, they're more than welcome to. We have Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.
Perfect.
And
Rhonda.
happy holidays.
All right. So you can find me under Rhonda Dowdy on Facebook. You can also find me at Fredericksburg Paranormal Research and Investigations. You can find me on the Orion Effect Sunday nights at 7 o'clock. And every once in a while on Tuesdays here at 9 o'clock. I think for this time of year, I think my message is, we're coming across the winter solstice, which will come Thursday. And that's all about the shortest day and the longest night of the year. And this time is also about honoring winter and the quietness of that. But it's also about honoring the return of the sun and the brightness and the light that comes back. So it's always good to remember that right. You know, there's always light after all the darkness. It's also time to honor the light within yourselves.
Thank you. That was a great, Rhonda. Sarah.
All right. So not to sound like an echo, but you can reach
In case you forgot.
myself, Sarah, and Heaven at Fungo Paranormal on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We also have an email address at gmail.com. And I guess I just want to let everybody know that, you know, if you're missing your loved ones during the holidays, like, they're not gone. You know, their shell is gone, but their spirit is still there, very much around you. They're just enjoying everything just as much as you are. So, you know,
Stay positive.
stay positive.
They always show signs.
Yep.
Right.
That's true.
CJ.
So I'm on Facebook, and CR and I have a group on Facebook. I don't remember the name of the page right off the top of my head at the moment. He can tell you about that. And then you can find my personal page at cj.momo.marie. Momo is my nickname. It means peach in Japanese. And I also have a page because on the side I do crafting work. So I have a page called My Creations, and that is where I post all of my woodwork and all of my floral arrangements that I make throughout the year. And I think that's about it. But everybody just have a really great Christmas. I know it's been a pretty kind of wild year a little bit for some of us, and kind of some weird, crazy stuff going on in the world. But you know what? Hang in there, because we just have to keep going. Because if we give up, you know, what's there to do? What, you know, what positive is there? So just, you know, we'll fight through it. We'll get through what we need to get through and come out better on the other side, huh?
Yep.
Exactly. CR, buddy, what you got?
All right. So you can get a hold of me personally if you want at CR Zarn on Facebook. I have a couple of pages. CJ and I have On My Mind podcast, which is on Facebook. And then we have Spirited Investigators Paranormal, which is on Facebook. We're just getting that up and running. That is actually CJ, myself, and Ryan, and a couple of others. We're just starting an investigation group. And let's see, any other? Yes, I have CR's Woodcrafts. I also do woodworking. So if anybody's looking for, like, I do breadboards, coasters. I'm looking at getting a lathe, so I'll turn bowls and spoons and pens. So that's CR's Woodworking on Facebook. And my holiday message is just live in the moment and remember these times, because they will be gone fast. It always seems to go by fast. And for me, that's what I did when I was a kid. I don't remember doing it, but I have all those memories from being a kid. And now I'm looking back and I'm like, well, geez, Grandpa's not there. Grandma's not there, but you know, they're there in memory. So remember the good times, hug your family close, and just live in the moment.
Yeah, I like that, because I think when, like you said, when you're a kid, is like, I can't wait for Christmas. I can't wait for Christmas Day, and you forget to enjoy yourself during the holidays. For me, it's not about Christmas Day, because Christmas Day is just depressing to me. Because I know the Christmas season is over. For me, it's about the season.
Yeah.
It's live in the moment, enjoy yourself, and just take time for yourself. Take time to just, you know, breathe and enjoy the lights. Enjoy yourself. Feel the Christmas magic. Because once it's gone, it's gone. You know,
for me, it's not about getting gifts anymore. It's about watching my cousins and my nieces and nephews go through what we went through when we were a kid. Having that magic moment of, oh, what did Santa leave me? You know, and every now and then, as an adult, you get a cool gift too. But I get the most enjoyment off of watching the next generation go through what we went through.
Yep.
Yeah. It's all about the kids these days, and they're all giving them the Christmas magic and feeling it a little bit yourself, but it's not about presents anymore. You can find me. You can follow the Freakin Awesome Paranormal Show on Instagram at Freakin Awesome Show. You can also, the Cabin on 360, all on Facebook. Ryan C. Jones, of course, and I want to thank everyone for coming on the show this year. This is because every one of you have come on the show. I definitely appreciate it, guys. I'm looking forward to Dana starting her new show in January. Sarah and Heaven are gonna be having a show here coming up here. And Rhonda, thank you so much for helping me out this year.
Anytime.
I really appreciate it. CR brother, I can't thank you enough for coming on here and joining this crazy ride. Hope you've enjoyed yourself. Looking forward to more shenanigans next year. And CJ, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. And
I'm glad to be here. And all
I
you ladies
appreciate
better
all of
send
you.
me friend requests because I'm looking forward to having some new friends. Okay.
There we go.
I'm always open to have new friends.
Me too.
Bringing people together on the Freakin Awesome Paranormal Show. That's what we're all about. I'll be back here.
Square peg, round hole.
Exactly. I'll be back here next week. Whoever wants to join me, I'll be doing the supernatural news.
Ooh, fun.
Same freaking awesome time.
Same freaking awesome channel.
There we go.
I got you.
Yes, you did. I forgot about that. Merry guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas, and we will definitely get back together next year. And you know what? The show turns 10 years old next year. So
Oh my gosh.
super excited about that. It's gonna be awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Guys, hope you guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. Good night, guys.
Good night,
Merry
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
You too.
Christmas.